I'm Anas Aboura, 35 years old. I came from Damascus, based in Hamburg since 2015, end of 2015, working at Kampnagel as a curator of migrant plays, dramaturg in Kampnagel, and also curator of the Revolutionary Souk. Visually, I'm wearing cowboy hat, which well known for most Kampnagel audience. Also, I'm wearing a scarf, which come from Damascus, black, silver line kind of coloration. Wearing also T-shirt designed by Rabia Al-Sayed, one of the visual artists who is part of Revolutionary Souk, and wearing jeans and some silver rings as well. My work in Kampnagel is kind of divided into two sections. Migrant as a space. Migrant at the beginning, it's a space where we do lots of events with new arrivals who arrived to Germany since 2015 and on. We're trying together to create a working network for the artists, for people who need to achieve something in their career. So we try to connect them, plus we present lots of art there. This one part of my job in Kampnagel. The second part is creating events and festival in Kampnagel, which also have this background of Middle East, Oriental culture kind of, not as the typical understanding of Oriental culture for the European, but as we want to present our culture. Since beginning of 2016, the moment when I start working in Kampnagel, I was part of a conference which was self-organized with refugees who just arrived to shout loud about their rights and what they want. And from there, because it's also connected to my previous work in Syria, because I was very involved in the Syrian revolution, very involved in the movement. So I felt it's continuity kind of that work to be activist as well. And from that line, I started to do lots of events, connecting people, connecting new arrivals and local, trying to give platform for the new arrivals to show what they want or what they're capable of. Plus, I'm part of, let's say, cultural movement kind of to fight racism, trying to create an equal system for new arrivals. Through that work, we give this push to people, and we try to create the atmosphere they need to start or establish something. Yeah, so equality, anti-racism, anti-fascism, anti-capitalism somehow. Yeah, so kind of this kind. It's not just politically motive, but this is our lifestyle. Yeah, and also anti-bureaucratic.
A scene at the club at Kampnagel, blue and white lights flickering, lots of happy people dancing on the dance floor, some of them holding their hands and building a row, some of them dancing on their own in the middle of the dance floor.
At the current moment, or let's say at the current period, since last December till now, I'm in the middle of, if I can say, a huge production, online production to visualize and create Revolutionary Souk as an event we had planned to do physically in Kampnagel last year, but due to the pandemic, we had to shift gear into online edition. And now we are in the middle of the process to create content, to film, to record, to create the virtual reality, to create all the tools that will be accessible for our audience to watch and to experience what we're trying to provide them. Revolutionary Souk as an event we organize. It's an event we start to planned since 2018. Revolutionary Souk is a platform where we focus our work, our effort to create, first of all, better understanding of the Syrian revolution consequences, to create also better understanding of the whole political situation evolved in Syria since even before the revolution, because the revolution in Syria started way before the revolution itself. So there is lots of factors in this point. Also to show the effect of the Syrian revolution on people in Syria, outside of Syria, politically, culturally, socially, from trying that from all aspects. Revolutionary Souk, it's planned to be 4-day festival, kind of. It's a little bit fancy word to call it festival because we keep the memory and the anniversary of the revolution, which for lots of us, it's still ongoing. But we cannot celebrate the death of people. We celebrate the freedom. We celebrate the possibility that we created in society just to be proud to say we are free, even we didn't achieve that politically yet.
A scene from the Revolutionary Souk in March 2020 at Kampnagel. It almost looks like a marketplace in the middle of Damascus in Syria. There are little booths that sell stuff like perfume, clothes, earrings. Someone even makes balloon flowers. Spices and nuts are also for sale, and some vases and glasses, beautifully designed. You can almost smell the atmosphere. The last booth is of an artist, the same one who designed the t-shirt that Anas Aboura is wearing in this interview.
Souk, at the beginning, it's a word to describe market or Basar. The Souk itself, it's a miniature of the original Souk which exists in Damascus, one of the oldest covered Souk in Middle East. It have been built, they start building it mid 18th century and they finish at the beginning of 19th century. And since then it's active. It's you can consider it as the vein of trade in Damascus. Why it's revolutionary Souk? Because the very first demo in the Syrian revolution started from that location. So people were demonstrate on 15th of March in the Souk. So when we wrote the concept, we thought this is the best title could be Revolutionary Souk, to also reference the very first demo, reference the value of the market itself, the Souk itself, because also it's not only like trading, economically important, but also in the Souk you can see the mosaic of the Syrian society from all region, from all ethnics, from all religion. You meet all Syria in that market. So like it's combination of lots of aspects. This is what revolutionary Souk mean.
A walk through the revolutionary Souk at Kampnagel. The lights are dimmed. People strolling through the market, browsing through the stalls, looking for items to buy or to try out, chatting, laughing.
At some point when we were planning and waiting for the moment where we can start revolutionary Souk physically last year, the pandemic hit us and we had the lockdown. And let's say, sadly, the lockdown started on the opening day of our festival. So we didn't have any chance to do anything. We had to cancel the physical event, and we were thinking, waiting to find hopes, to find solution where we can do the festival again. And due to the evolving of the situation, the only possible way was to think in the online direction. So we decided to go in this direction. Technically, it's a huge challenge, but also it's opened us more opportunities, more tools, more accessibility, more visibility, let's say, so people can watch it all over the world. Among of the massive team we have working on the souk, we have also translating team who is working on scripting the Arabic dialogue or script, write it down, then translate it into German and English, and from there we can later on, after we finish this production, we can think of creating other languages translation. But right now our focus is English and German, so to make it more accessible for local community, Germany, and internationally, people who lives in different continents even. So they can watch it, they can enjoy it. After long discussion with lots of artists, we decided to move into the direction of virtual reality, where we created kind of universe mimicking, let's say, the souk that we created, trying as much as possible using the tools that we have to create this kind of virtual reality. In this kind of virtual reality, you gonna have your own avatar. You are able to walk around, to talk to people as in real life. Also, in this universe, we're going to have all the concerts, all videos, material we created or we creating available and accessible in this virtual reality.
Two men on a stage performing a concert. Red light. The man on the left is working on electronic instruments. The man on the right is playing a string instrument. A hip-hop musician performing on stage. Behind him, two green flickering lights. He's rapping into his microphone. A band of 5 people on the stage playing string instruments, bongos, keyboards, singing. Behind them, pink and blue lights.
Our team who is working, I'm very grateful for every single person of them, for everything they contribute, because it's really massive, especially in this condition we have right now, in this pandemic. It's not easy. Revolutionary Souk is a huge platform that we're creating. It contains lots of concerts, panel discussions, exhibition. The Revolutionary Souk will take place on 15th of March to 18th. The premiere of all the videos will be on 15, 16, 17, 18, depending on the program. And it will stay online as long as we can. So you can watch it, you can enjoy it, you can share it with your friends, with your family, whoever you would like to share with. So stay tuned.